Hi, hello. Today is February 5th, and I am in our house. We closed on it last Friday, which was not our original plan. Our original plan was to close February 1st for stuff and reasons and things, and for stuff and reasons and things that did not work out. I am over here and I'm going to vacuum some of the floor, most of the carpeting. My husband took the carpet out Monday and most of the rooms, but it's still in place in the two of the front rooms. So I'm going to vacuum that because my husband has contracted flu A. So he's not going to be staying with us and the kids and whatnot in my brother's house. He'll be staying over here for a bit. He can work remote for 2 days and he kind of needs to because he doesn't have any more PTO because the paternity leave situation at his job is that you can take off for as long as you want, up to 6 weeks, but you won't get paid for it. So he had to use his PTO for that. And our baby was born Thursday and he was back at work by the following Wednesday because of that situation. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing like a full tour of the house because why would I do that? But you guys will see bits and pieces of the house, especially as we're renovating and whatnot. We went to Lowe's the other day, Tuesday, I believe, and picked out some paint because we're gonna paint. We're gonna paint this wood paneling. We're probably gonna paint it like a green, a sagey green, which is the new millennial gray or something or whatever. But it's not gray; it's green, so it's alive. It looks alive, as opposed to the gray deadness. But this is the family room, and it's going to be the main family room, living room space. This house has a formal living and dining. Those are still the rooms with the carpet, but we don't need a formal living and dining, so it's going to be my husband's office and the children's playroom. And it has a fireplace, which is cool, but we're not going to use it. The previous owners, they made it non-functioning decades ago because the dad did not, he felt it was unsafe, so that doesn't even function. There are so many projects to do in this house, and the lighting in this room is excellent. There's a window in front of me here. It's really good lighting. That's our kitchen. It's like a galley. It's a galley kitchen. We just got this fridge in here. My husband picked this up off of Facebook Marketplace from a guy who it was brand new, but it's like a floor model that has some dents or scratches on it or something. There was like something wrong with it, and the ice maker is broken on it. But he got it for like $200 or something, maybe, which is an excellent deal. We love a good deal. And this just barely fit up there. Like we thought that my dad, yeah, we thought that my dad was gonna have to like cut that, but it just barely fit. So we didn't have to damage these um, original hardwood cabinetry, which I'm super happy about. Um, but anyway, like I said, there's a lot of projects to do. Like this, we're gonna replace that. We're eventually going to take this wallpaper off. It is very cottagecore, grandma, but I don't think my style is cottagecore, but it is very cute. It is very nice. It is very quality, and it's really good on there. So this is gonna be a project because the entire kitchen is wallpapered, and I'm in no hurry to take that on. But like I said, I'm going to vacuum the carpet, which it's not bad carpet. The rest of the carpet in the house was older, I think, in a much worse condition because they walked on it more. Like when my husband pulled it up, there was like dirt, just dirt underneath it. Nothing really bad or gross, nothing like mold or bodily stains or anything like that, just dirt. But he has really bad allergies, so he wanted to take this up too, but flu A came upon him. So yeah. Another thing we're gonna change is this chandelier. This was the formal dining, and I'm 5'3". So we're gonna get rid of this and probably just replace it with the fan that's in the family room, which let me show you real quick. The family room has these beautiful beams, right? And the wood paneling makes it very dark and cave-like. which again, we'll be painting that. But you see how low that is because it has to be because of the beams. We don't necessarily like it though, so we're probably going to take this and put it in the playroom and replace these lights with like can lights or something to go in between the beams, because if we got another light it would have to be low, because otherwise if it's flush it's going to cast shadows from the beams. So if we put can lights throughout the rows, that would work better, is the idea. I can literally hear chickens. It's like 5 in the afternoon. In case you didn't know, because you're like from the city or whatever, chickens crow, or roosters crow all day, not just in the morning. But anyway, I am procrastinating enough. I'm gonna have to get back over to my house, or my brother's house, with the baby soon enough. So yeah. You know, some people they do house renovations and they discover that there's hardwood and whatnot underneath their carpet. We don't have that situation. Like ours is just concrete, as you can see, but in the entryway we do have real wood, which is nice. There's a little bit of damage in one spot, but it's not like severe, so we're not changing that. But we are going to be reflooring the rest of the house for the most part, except for the kitchen, laundry room, and bathrooms, because the flooring in there is fine. There's no reason to rip them out and replace them. But the carpet, all the other rooms that we pulled up, that's concrete right now, that was carpet. So for my husband's sinus's sake and sanitary reasons, that's gotta go. The carpet is actually in worse condition than I originally thought. There's like some green marks on it, like neon green marks or something, like they used some type of cleaner or spilled something that affected it, and there's but again, it doesn't matter, we're taking it out. Fun little thing about this house is that we are the second owners. What was that? I heard something and I don't know what it was, but it sounded like it was probably outside, so we're not gonna freak out about that because I'm in here by myself. Yeah. I need to pull down the rest of the curtains and things. Yeah, that's someone else's house. Okay, but we are actually the second owners of this house. The original family, it was a mom and dad and 2 kids, and I believe both of the parents passed away this year. Their children inherited the house, but they are in such a place and situation and stability in life that they don't need an extra house. They just want to get the money and go on with it. So, just noticed something on the door frame. It's like some slight damage, but nothing significant or major, just fine. And more stuff that I need to just clean. Anyway, second owners. They sold us the house. They're like in their 60s. And they sold us the house, so we're the second family to live here. And I looked at probably 20 or so houses with our realtor, or the realtor. We didn't end up going with her for this deal because it was a owner sale and he didn't want to pay a realtor, and we didn't. So yeah, but we looked at about 20 houses, and when I looked at this one, this was like one of the first ones we looked at back in September. This is the only one that felt like a house. Like this feels like a home. It feels like people lived here. And that's one thing I really, really liked about this house. And when I first saw it, I really wanted it. But at the time, it was out of our budget, or what we thought our budget was. We did end up going a little bit over budget to get this house. But for what it is and for what's out there at the price range that we bought, this is a good deal. And at the price range lower, those would have been not even worth it to me. Could have stayed where we were if we were gonna get those houses. The last occupant was like in her 80s, so there's not like a whole lot of updates except for the primary bathroom. Her son took out the tub and whatnot and replaced it with a shower. It's nothing like amazing or fancy, whatever. It's functional, which is fine. I don't have a problem with it at all. And it's not really something that we're going to be trying to change or touch anytime soon. That's not even like on my list of projects to do. So that means that any changes that do happen or that we do make are ones that we get to do, which is fun. I'm really excited about that actually. Um, a few things about the kitchen though. This wallpaper is gonna grow on me, and I'm gonna want to keep it. Like it's so cute. It's so cutesy. Love, love, love. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have run out of time. I have to go back and get my little baby because she's hungry and crying. Our mortgage broker lady gave us that. It's cute. It's like 40 degrees. Yes, I am wearing flip-flops and socks. I live in the South. Also, I left my boots at my house as opposed to here. Hi, hello. It is February 9th, Monday. My husband has finally been released from his flu quarantine. He actually went to work today. He actually had to work the past couple of days remote from home, from our house, actually. We kind of got him set up on a little basic at-home camping, glamping situation there for the past couple of days because it was easier for him to be here than it was to be at our apartment because our apartment doesn't have internet right now because we cut it off in anticipation of moving to our new home. Speaking of moving to our new home, we are still not moved in. Like I might have mentioned in the previous clip, we did not pack beforehand. I didn't really do any packing because I had a toddler and I was pregnant, very, very pregnant at the time we were like trying to move. I wanted to get stuff packed in November, and I had asked my mom and my sister to help me, but they're like, talk to us after you get a closing date. But then we had the closing date and then we closed, so there wasn't really any time in between getting the closing date and closing for them to come and help. So that was annoying for me because I did ask them and they told me no. But it's fine. But like now my mom's kind of like, so what are you doing when you're getting a house? And that is also delayed because my husband did rip up the carpets. So there's no flooring besides concrete in the majority of the rooms, like the bedrooms, the family room, the hallway, closets, of course. So we were supposed to be getting tile. We were going to do the click lock tile flooring that looks like wood or whatever, but that is a little bit costlier than we want to spend, so we're actually going to look at tile. My dad advised that we reconsider tile because it is a lot cheaper. It is less expensive. My daughter wants some water. Please hold and get this open. I closed the bottle really tight, so give me a second. Hold on, I got you. Uh-oh. It's okay. You want more? It's really hot today outside. It's like 70 degrees, which is a nice change from what it has been. Very good. No, I don't want that top. That's an old dirty top that you found on the ground. We're gonna put this one back on there. Thank you. You put it there? Okay. But yeah, so we are supposed to go and look at more tile. This is really hard to do. With such a mobile toddler. But I think I was saying that we are supposed to go find some tile this evening after my husband gets off work. And if we find tile, we're going to try and find tile. We're definitely going to find tile. We are going to, I think, let my dad install it. My dad's a general contractor these days. He retired from his career job in 2020. at the end of 2020, and he's been doing general contracting since then. He knows how to build houses. He knows how to do a lot of stuff. And this is not gonna work. But yeah, my dad's a general contractor, so if we can get the paint and the tile, then he can do it this week, hopefully before Thursday, because my mom mentioned that he's been off for like a week or two, and he's basically been bored and has had nothing to do. So if he's willing to do that for us, it would be a good idea for us to, you know, get the supplies so that he can do it. But my husband had the flu for like the past week, so he couldn't. We couldn't really go forward with anything. So we're gonna try and do that, and then he actually starts another job Thursday, so it's Monday right now. That's the timeline we're looking at. And then he was also talking about getting a moving truck, a U-Haul for us Saturday this weekend. But again, we're not packed, so what's the point of that? We kind of need to, like, there's not a huge urgency, but, you know, yes, we do need to move out of our apartment and clear the way for the next tenant. And then also the apartment actually had a leak in the bathroom, like the bathtub. My husband was there the other week and he took a shower, and the water leaked from the bathtub, which is in the second floor, down to the first floor, and it got on the kitchen table, which it did before, but he thought he knew the reason for it and didn't know it was an actual problem. But it's an actual problem, so they're gonna have to, you know, they're gonna have to do something there, which my dad's probably gonna do that too, because we know the owners. And I'm probably gonna have to cut this clip because the baby, my big girl, is toddling away. My little girl is chilling in her little seat right there. But yeah, I just wanted to give an update on what's going on so far, which is still basically a whole lot of nothing. So yeah. I am back to close up the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what other type of content you like to see. Again, thank you so much for watching, and have the best day.